What's going on, everybody? It's Jeremy coming to you with another truck video, and today we're going to talk more about this Jack Murphy situation because it continues to get out of control. Now, obviously, I'm driving, so I apologize because my exhaust is loud in this truck, and I'm going to try to talk loud enough where it drowns that out. Right now, I've got a fucking idiot in front of me that doesn't understand that the left lane is for passing. The left lane is for passing, you dumb fuck. My God. Anyway, it's not that complicated. The left lane is for passing. If you're not passing, get in the right lane. This is not difficult, people. It's not difficult at all. Unless you're some jackass like this guy. But that's neither here nor there. Let's get into the topic. Last night, we were doing Tuesday night's main event over on the Geeks and Gamers main channel, like we always do. And the Quartering starts dropping bombs on his Twitter account, and it was crazy. The things that the Quartering was able to dig up on Jack Murphy were absolutely terrible. They were really bad. Jack Murphy has been exposed as the coward that he is, as the liar that he is, as the manipulator that he is. That's who Jack Murphy is. And he was always going to be this person. Now, obviously, I'm not going to share any of the images that the Quartering put on Twitter last night. But what we are going to talk about is the fact that Jack Murphy has responded to it. Now, these are things that Jack Murphy decided to put on the internet. Jack Murphy has told us consistently that this cuck article that he wrote was 6 years ago, and he's not that person anymore. I'm not that guy. I'm not that guy with my lispy voice. I set boundaries with my lispy voice, but I'm not that guy. Anybody that watched this guy through the whole ordeal with Sydney Watson on You Are Here, and then watched him on Tim Pool, and then watched him limit his replies on Twitter, turn off his comments on YouTube, mass blocking people on Twitter. Anyone that saw this behavior knew this was leftist tactics. That's what this is. It was pure leftist tactics. And now we get to a point where he's pulling the ultimate Karen card. Okay, he's pulling the ultimate Karen card, where he puts this tweet up after the Quartering exposes him with information that you put on the internet, Jack Murphy. If these were private pictures that someone hacked your account and took, then I understand. That's terrible. That should never happen. You put this stuff on the internet. You decided to do this, and it wasn't 6 years ago. That article might have been 6 years ago, but some of these videos and images are from 2 years ago, Jack Murphy. 2 years ago. You are a fraud. You are a fraud. You have been exposed as that you're a con man. You're a fraud. That is a fact. It can't be denied anymore. But through the act of desperation, now Jack Murphy has put this tweet out, and here's what he's trying to do. This is classic leftist tactics right here. What he is trying to do is he's trying to get Elijah Schaefer and Sydney Watson to publicly denounce Jeremy from the Quartering so that it can help build his fake case against the Quartering. That's what he wants to do. And then you tag Glenn Beck. You told the manager. You went to the manager. Jack Murphy, you are a fraud, and everybody knows it now. But this was always going to happen, and I made this point last night during Tuesday night's main event. This was always going to happen. Jack Murphy was always going to be exposed. It just happened in the moment that it happened, but it was always going to happen because he built a house of cards. He was built off lies. He was built because he was a fraud. He was a con man, and this was always going to happen. So even if it didn't happen on that super chat on You Are Here, it was going to happen somewhere else at some other point in time because the man was a fraud. So I, like many of you, kept throwing the hypothetical, well, if Jack Murphy just would have answered it this way, this wouldn't have been a problem. He was always going to break. He was always going to break. And now, of course, when you start looking back on it, when you go back to his argument with Young Ripa on Twitter, when you look at his conversation with Tim Pool, the guy was always a fraud. Always a fraud. And so that's my whole point here, is that we can't throw the hypotheticals out anymore about, well, if Jack would have handled it this way, then this wouldn't have happened, because he was a fraud. So the fact that he was a fraud means he was always going to get exposed at some point. It just happened in the moment that it happened, but it was always going to happen, and that's the point. So this thing is crazy. Quartering says he's got even more information. I don't know if we're going to find that out or not. But ultimately, we are where we are. This happened because Jack Murphy is a leftist. That's what he is. And he was posing as a conservative right-wing alpha male, because there's a business model out there for that. Conservatives will eat anything up. These right-wing people will eat anything up if it fits their narrative. You remember when Vito did the whole Dave Chappelle thing? All of these conservatives are calling Vito a fucking hero. Vito advocates for cuties on Netflix, and you conservatives are calling him a hero. Conservatives will latch onto anything and anyone just because they find one thing that fits their narrative. That's what they do. I'm not a conservative. I'm not a Republican. I'm a Trump supporter, and I'm red-pilled as hell, but I am not a conservative, and I'm not a Republican. I don't believe in the Republican Party, just like I don't believe in the Democratic Party. I think they're all corrupt as hell. But I do believe in individuals, and I am a Trump supporter. I'm also a DeSantis supporter. But the Republican Party is full of garbage people that will do anything they can to climb the political ladder. That's politics. That's exactly what politics is and has been and probably always will be. So, look, you guys have a great day. I appreciate all the support. This whole thing has been crazy, and I'll continue to monitor it to the best of my ability and watch what's going on. But I appreciate all the support on this channel. Also, one other thing I want to address, people are accusing me. They're saying, Jeremy, Ddaycobra, you are using this Jack Murphy situation to benefit your own channel, and you're taking advantage. I will say to those people, you're 100% right. I absolutely am. And I will continue to do so, because Jack Murphy blocked me on Twitter when I said that he made Don Lemon look masculine. Now, I did make the one video, and I wasn't planning on making any more. I addressed the Tim Pool show because that was a complete disaster. But Jack Murphy blocked me. Once you blocked me, it was over, bro. It was over. Of course I was going to make videos. Of course. That's what I use Twitter for. Twitter exists for me to make content. That is all it exists for. Obviously, to interact with a lot of our followers and things like that. But I do things on Twitter to get content. That's it. That is, I'd say 90% of my tweets are designed to get reactions so I can make content. That's what it's there for. It's my second Twitter account. I've already been banned on Twitter once over a Naughty Dog meme. A meme! DMCA strike took my account down. I have 30,000 followers or whatever. I wasn't even going to come back to Twitter, but then, you know, people kept seeing I had a locked account because I was using it for articles and stuff, and on my videos they would see it, so I finally unlocked it. But Twitter exists for me to make content. That's it. Either way, shout out to Sydney Watson. Sydney Watson is awesome, and I will have her back. She didn't deserve any of this. She did nothing wrong, and that is the bottom line of all of this. So if you guys want more information on that, if you have not, please go watch Sydney Watson's video over on her channel. I'll link it in the pinned post below. Other than that, you guys have a great day. Thank you very much for checking out this video. Solo lost money. Jack Murphy takes it where the sun don't shine. Let's go, Brandon. And we will talk to you later.